everybody, my name is Jayma and I am coming to you with another video. Today I will be talking about ways that I cope with anxiety and depression during my pregnancy. And I am not a professional in any way, so I do still recommend that you guys seek professional help if this is something that you're struggling with. Alright, my camera died, but I do have my phone because I do have notes on here that I don't want to miss when sharing with you guys. So let's get right into it. So my first tip is to surround yourself with people who love you and people who you love, people who make you feel good. So this is something that I honestly struggled with towards the beginning of my pregnancy. I am a person that unfortunately when I do fall into my depressions or anxieties, I'm a person who self-isolates when I'm going through things or things really get hard for me. And that is not a good thing. That will make you feel lonely. It'll make you shut people out, and that's really hard for people in my life to accept or even understand. So they may not always mean harm, but it's really offensive sometimes to other people. But being on the other side of that is always hard to explain because it's depression, it's anxiety. You can't always put a name to your feelings or your emotions, so it's always really difficult. But just to take little steps to try and spend time with family or spend time with your friends, people that make you feel good, that's always a good way to cope. And then number two, to kind of piggyback off of number one, allow people to help you. That's also something else that I struggle with. I am a person who typically does everything myself, especially before pregnancy. And thank God I'm not having a very difficult pregnancy, so I'm still able to get around and I'm pretty much self-sufficient. But before pregnancy, people would offer me help and I'm like, no thank you, I got it. That's the type of person that I am. And in pregnancy, I'm kind of getting a bit of a reality check because things are hard, and especially with being in the third trimester, it's difficult to do everything yourself, especially if you're in a situation where you're co-parenting with the other person, so you may not live with your significant other or the other parent. So that's the situation that I'm in. We do not live together, we are co-parenting. So it's difficult to have everything I need on hand, so I have to take a lot of help from family and friends. I mean, even moving things, I'm always thinking, I can do this, I can handle this, even in the third trimester. So that's something that I'm working on, is just taking a step back, and when people offer help, I'm allowing them to help me. And that's something that I've heard from other mothers. When you actually have your baby and you give birth, that's the type of person that I am. I can see myself still trying to run around and clean up and take care of the baby, miss out on sleep. So that's something that I'm going to be very mindful of when I do give birth, is to allow other people to come in and help me clean or help me to look after the baby. So I'm getting prepared for that. Tip number three is to try to make healthy choices within your diet. And that's also, I don't want to be hypocritical because I've definitely had my fair share of cheat days, but that's something that you should definitely be a little bit more mindful of. I know a lot of people say the big thing is the fact that you're eating for two. Not technically. You're supposed to only eat, I think, about 400 or 500 more calories than you do already in your third trimester. So you're not supposed to go crazy, but there's this stigma around it that you're supposed to eat whatever you want because you're eating for two. The baby is fine as long as you're sticking to healthy diet goals. Your baby's fine unless your provider tells you otherwise. But like I said, cravings are very real, so you really want to focus on not denying yourself your snacks and indulging.